This past weekend, I went to the Salon National des Collectionneurs, which is a collector show held for the past few years in Saint Hyacinthe, Quebec. And if you're not sure where that is, it is right over there close to Montreal. And this year, I picked up a lot of fun things from retro NES games, Genesis, Atari, all that fun stuff. And one of the items I picked up, which turned out to be the most interesting, was this Sega Genesis game. And that game is Virtua Racing for the Sega Genesis. So if you're still watching, you're probably wondering, why do I find it so interesting? It just looks like a regular Sega Genesis game. First of all, if we compare the size to another Sega Genesis game, it is a massive cartridge. And before we solve this mystery, a little backstory. So Virtua Racing, or VR for short, as we see on Wikipedia, which apparently knows everything, was a game that was released in arcades in '92. And eventually it was ported to the Mega Drive or Genesis, depending on the area you live in, but they had to add on an extra chip to enable a version for the Genesis / Mega Drive version. Oh, and for those of you looking to buy a Switch 2 right now and complaining about the prices of the $90 games, due to the cost of this chip that was inside to allow you to play the game, it cost about $100 at the time. So getting back to my cartridge, usually when I pick up games, I open them up and clean them out because I don't want dirty cartridges in my systems. But that's when I discovered the following. Once we remove the screws from the cartridge, we are greeted with this PCB. Now this is metal. If we turn it around, it also has this shiny metal shield. With that metal shield removed, we get a closer view of the chip that made this game cost $100, and we can even see that there's some old thermal compound on the chip. I had no idea that there were any Genesis games that required a heatsink to even run in your system. But I'm glad that I picked it up. I'm adding it to my collection, and don't worry, I'll be changing out the thermal paste quite soon.